Good evening and welcome. You're watching the NewsTrack. I'm Rahul Kanwal. What are the lessons that urgently should be learned from the Wayanad tragedy? How do we ensure that what happened on the 30th of July never happens again? And who's to blame? Is the centre right when it says that advance warnings were given? Was the Kerala government slow to act? Could these lives have been saved? We look at all this and more on the NewsTrack tonight.
Politics over Kerala's tragedy. As Wayanad calamity escalates, government says Kerala was warned. Kerala debunks and fires back. Angry crossfire over mass death. While latest disaster unfolds, citizens buried in blame game. The big focus on NewsTrack.
Before we get into the blame game and the lessons that should be learnt, let me take you through the headlines I'm tracking tonight. Wayanad Landslides death toll crosses 250. State government says those who are alive have been rescued. 29 children are still missing. Chief Minister Vijayan, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi meet survivors. Monsoon mayhem in Himachal Pradesh after cloudburst. In Kulu, 2 are killed, 36 are missing. Bridges washed away in Uttarakhand. UP BJP split wide open. Land bill brings differences between CM Yogi and Deputy CM Maurya to the fore. Bill passed by UP Assembly stalled and sent to the Standing Committee. Big India Today campaign impact. Delhi court rejects Pooja Khedkar's anticipatory bail, says it must be probed if the IAS fraud had any insider help. Pooja now faces arrest for cheating and forgery. Big Olympics controversy erupts after female Italian boxer refuses to fight biologically male Algerian. The controversial Algerian boxer had failed a gender test last year. Over 250 dead, several hundred still missing, many of them children. Death and destruction have ravaged Wayanad after landslides. Rain is hampering rescue and relief operations. Distraught families are still looking for missing members. Sagai Raj, Shibimol and Akshita Nandgopal with our lead report on the rescue efforts currently on in Wayanad.
3 days after 2 huge landslides hit Wayanad, hope of any more survivors is fading. From Mepadi to Mundakai to Churalmala, one long stretch of houses, shops, plantations and human lives lay buried under tons and tons of mud. Wayanad is still counting the dead. The toll has crossed 250.
A hilly area, it's still very risky, and they have been working on the ground without any break since the last 2 days, carrying out these rescue operations. So safety of these rescue operators and everybody at this place is very important also. That's why there's a small halt right now for hoping that the climate will turn favorable with time, but right now it's raining heavily and making it very, very difficult to carry out the rescue operations.
She is searching for her 9-year-old granddaughter, who has been in her care since she was 2 months old.
அந்த புள்ளை எனக்கு முகத்தை பார்க்க போகல பார்க்க அங்கே சகிக்க முடியல சார். எனக்கு பார்த்து கொடுத்து சொன்னால் மறு முகத்தையாச்சும் நாங்கள் பார்த்துக்க முடியல. ஊர்ந்து பார்த்து சொட்டில் கிடக்குது சார். நானும் மகளும் வீட்டுக்கு போக முடியாது, வீடு கிடக்குதாங்க. என்ன செய்யறது, வீடு அங்கே இல்லை, அவங்க வீடே இல்லை.
எவ்வளவு வயசு அந்த பொண்ணுக்கு?
9 வயசு சார். இந்த டிசம்பர் வந்தத 10 தொடங்கும் 9 வயசு. நாங்கள் சங்கடத்தில் முங்கி கழிஞ்சிட்டு கிடக்கிறோம் சார். சாப்பாடு கொடுக்குறாங்கல்ல செய்கிறாங்க. நம்மளுக்கு அந்த பிள்ளைய பார்க்க எப்படா பார்க்குறேன்னு எல்லா சவத்தையும் போய் திறந்து பார்க்குறோம். என்ன செய்யறது? அழகான உள்ள அழகான குழந்தை. என்ன அவங்க அம்மாளியா இருந்துட்டு நான் தான் சார் குழந்தையில இருந்து பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தேன். 2 மாசமா தேடி கொண்டு போய் அது பிள்ளையா கொண்டு வந்தாங்க.
This family has lost 7 members.
சார் என்ன ஆச்சு? எங்க இருந்தீங்க? எவ்வளவு பேர் ஃபேமிலி அங்க?
என்னுடைய ஒய்ஃபு வீடு வந்து இந்த சூரமலைங்கிற இடம். படிப்புக்கு இருக்க வேண்டி ஒய்ஃப் ஹவுஸ் உடனே பொண்ணு அனுப்பியிருந்தேன். 2 மாதம் சேர்த்திட்டு இருந்தது. அவன் ஸ்கூல் போயிட்டு படிச்சுட்டு இருந்தான். அப்போ முந்தா நேரத்து வந்துட்டு அந்த 1:30 சமயத்தில் வெடிக்காத 1 சேர்ந்து உருளை போட்டுச்சுங்களாமா. அப்போது அவன் காலையில் வந்துட்டு 8:30 வரை என்னுடைய வாட்ஸ்அப் பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தான். காலையிலேருந்து கூப்பிடுங்காட்டி ஒன்றும் பேசலை. இப்போ சுவிட்ச் ஆஃப் இருந்தது. ஒரு கான்டாக்ட் இல்லை.
Survivors relieved to have escaped the jaws of death, but still in shock, realizing they won't be seeing many of their loved ones again. Never again. That is the story of Wayanad. The rescue operation is still on. A temporary Bailey bridge in Churalmala, constructed by the Army's Engineer Task Force, will allow the flow of heavy vehicles to landslide hit areas and speed up rescue.
The construction work of the Bailey Bridge is still going on here. What we're understanding is that it will be ready, fully ready by evening, and then the rescue operation can be, speeded up is what they're expecting. In fact, once this is done, ambulances and all the equipments can, start moving is what the rescue operators here are hoping, because on the other side is where around, many families, many houses were lost, so there are still people stuck there. So once this is ready, once the bridge is completed, then today the number of people, the number of bodies recovered would be really high. The recovery of bodies are going to be very fast, and the number will be really, really high is what we are hearing, because the death toll has already crossed 250. It's standing at 254. The unofficial data is 282 plus. The focus completely is on this Bailey Bridge construction, which the army and the officials here expects to be completed by today evening.
SCOC के अनुसार जो हमें सूचना मिली है, तकरीबन 200 डेड बॉडीज़ रिकवर की जा चुकी हैं और अभी कार्रवाई चल रही है. क्षेत्र बहुत बड़ा है, तकरीबन 300 वर्ग किलोमीटर क्षेत्र है और इसमें फैलाव काफ़ी है. जो ब्रिज जिसमें लैंडस्लाइड में टूट गया था, उसके वजह से कार्य जो है वो बाधित था. अभी ये कार्रवाई हो रही है, चल रहा है कार्य, और शाम तक हमें बताया गया है कि ये ब्रिज पूरा हो जाएगा.
Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan chaired an all-party meet in Wayanad. He urged the centre to declare the landslides a national disaster.
See, Health Department has done 256 postmortems. It includes body parts also. Regarding these body parts, we have taken the genetic samples and we are doing the DNA sampling so that will be helpful in the future to find who that person is. And also now today, since that bridge is built, we can move more JCBs and such kind of machines to that particular place, and so that we can find more people from the debris.
The Met Department has predicted more rain for Wayanad and adjoining districts over the next couple of days. The rains are slowing rescue efforts, but the Samaritans soldier on. With Sagai Raj and Shibi Mol in Wayanad, Bureau Report, India Today.
For the latest on the situation on the ground, I want to take you live to Mepadi in Wayanad. Shibi Mol joins us from there. She's been tracking this landslide tragedy. Give our viewers a sense of the current situation. what's likely to happen overnight and whether the rescue operations will continue tomorrow.
Well, Rahul, we have a latest update on the death toll also. It stands at 289, which includes 100 body parts also. So, and the latest update that's come from Chief Minister's office, a very sad news that's coming is that who are alive have been saved already. So the missing people, there is no chance that the missing people could be alive anymore. So which means the missing people are dead, which clearly specifies that the number of death is going to increase like anything. In 2018 Kerala floods, we had like around more than 400 deaths report. The final figure was more than 400. So if that is the case, around 200 more people will be added to the list, which means this will turn out to be the biggest tragedy that the state has witnessed in a very, very long time. The rescue operation, the best news for the day is the Bailey Bridge construction has been completed. The army worked overnight yesterday and the construction work has been completed. The ambulance did travel through that Bailey Bridge to the Mundakai area to see if it's functioning properly. So all that is set, which means the rescue operation will be speeded up tomorrow. Possibly by tomorrow evening, we will have a final figure of the bodies recovered also, because today it was very, very difficult since the bridge was not constructed. What was happening there was at the Mundakai area, the NDRF and the fire force and the army were trying on their own. It's not very easy for the humanly not very easy to carry out these rescue operations without the help of equipments. So since the construction is over, now it's very easy to carry machinery and equipments and also ambulance, so that people, these rescue operators were walking for 3 to 5 kilometers carrying dead bodies. So that is also going to be swift and speeded up tomorrow. So the rescue operations will continue tomorrow. We have a press meet at 8:45 of Revenue Minister K. Rajan, who will brief us about the action plan for tomorrow when it comes to rescue operations. But yes, 289 is the final number, which includes 100
Shibbi
body
Mol,
parts.
thank you for joining us with that update. We'll come back to you and our team on the ground for more. Meanwhile, a big political fight has erupted over the Wayanad tragedy after Home Minister Amit Shah said that the Kerala government ignored warnings. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan hit back, saying that no red alert warning was given and that only orange alert warnings were given, and that this is not the time for a blame game. Here's more.
Hundreds dead, hundreds still missing. God's own country has been ravaged. Chief Minister was in Wayanad on Thursday, where he reviewed the rescue operations and held an all-party meeting, but said that it was up to centre to take action.
അവരെ പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ട് അറിയിക്കേണ്ട യാതൊരു കാര്യവും വരുന്നില്ല. എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും അവർ അറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ അറിഞ്ഞ ഉടനെ തന്നെ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി തന്നെ വിളിച്ചു, ആഭ്യന്തരമന്ത്രി വിളിച്ചു, അവരുമായിട്ടെല്ലാം കാര്യങ്ങൾ സംസാരിച്ചു. എല്ലാ തരത്തിലും വിവരങ്ങൾ അവർക്ക് പോകുന്നുമുണ്ട്. അതിനെപ്പറ്റിയൊന്നും ഒരു ശങ്കയില്ല. എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും അവർ മനസ്സിലാക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നവരാണ്.
Was this tragedy preventable? Home Minister Amit Shah said in Parliament on Wednesday that the Kerala government was aware of the landslide risk.
मैं सदन के सामने स्पष्टता करना चाहता हूं, 23 जुलाई को केरल सरकार को अर्ली वार्निंग भारत सरकार की ओर से दी गई थी. 23 जुलाई, 7 दिन फिर 24 को गई, फिर 25 को गई, 26 तारीख को मान्यवर ये कहा गया कि 20 सेंटीमीटर से ज्यादा वर्षा होगी, भारी वर्षा होगी, लैंडस्लाइड होने की संभावना है, मड भी रस होकर आ सकता है और लोग इसके अंदर दबकर मर भी सकते हैं. मैं कुछ कहना नहीं चाहता था मान्यवर, मगर भारत सरकार की अर्ली वार्निंग सिस्टम पर सवाल किए गए, इसलिए मैं कहता हूं प्लीज लिसन अस, मत चिल्लाइए, प्लीज रीड इट. जो वार्निंग भेजा है उसको पढ़िए जरा.
കേന്ദ്ര ആഭ്യന്തരമന്ത്രി ഇങ്ങനെയൊരു മുന്നറിയിപ്പ് നൽകിയിരുന്നു. എന്നിട്ട് കേരളം എന്താണ് ചെയ്തത് എന്നൊരു ചോദ്യമാണ് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഇവിടെ വസ്തുതകളെല്ലാം എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്നതാണല്ലോ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും. നിങ്ങളുടെ കയ്യിൽ തന്നെ അതിന്റെ റെക്കോർഡുകൾ ഉണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ, അതെടുത്ത് പരിശോധിച്ചാൽ മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റുമല്ലോ. ദുരന്തമുണ്ടായ പ്രദേശങ്ങളിൽ ഓറഞ്ച് അലർട്ടാണ് ആ ഘട്ടത്തിൽ നിലനിന്നിരുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ മുന്നറിയിപ്പ് നൽകിയതിലും എത്രയോ അധികമായിരുന്നു അത്. ദുരന്തം ഉണ്ടാകുന്നതിന് മുൻപ് പ്രത്യേകം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യം, ഒരു തവണ പോലും ആ പ്രദേശത്ത് റെഡ് അലർട്ട് നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല.
Kerala Chief Minister claims that the IMD had only issued an orange alert for Wayanad ahead of the landslides, and that the red alert came hours after the tragedy. The IMD chief has defended the rainfall warning, saying that an orange warning means be prepared for action. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha and former Wayanad MP Rahul Gandhi, along with his sister and party leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, visited relief camps and met the survivors of the landslide.
It's quite a painful experience to see how many people have lost family members, lost houses. It's very difficult to speak to people in these circumstances because really you don't know what to say to them. We are going to try and help make sure that the survivors get what is their due.
The visit has also sparked a political war of words, with the BJP accusing Rahul Gandhi of ignoring the district during his stint as Wayanad MP.
बहाना उन्होंने दिया कि अपने चार्टर्ड प्लेन वहां लैंड नहीं हो पाएंगे, इसलिए हम नहीं जा रहे हैं. अपने सेंट्रल मिनिस्टर जॉर्ज कुरियन साहब पिछले 3 दिन से वहां जमीन पे हैं. जॉर्ज कुरियन साहब का प्लेन लैंड हो सकता है, पर युवराज और प्रियंका जी का प्लेन लैंड नहीं हो सकता है क्या? दिस शोज देयर कमिटमेंट टू द पीपल हु इलेक्टेड देम.
George Kurian is a minister. He is going via road from Calicut or nearest airport. So that is politically they are attacking, not honestly. They don't have any issue. BJP is politicalizing.
A race against time to save those who are still trapped under debris. But who will rescue the citizens from political blame game? Bureau Report, India Today.
What are the lessons that urgently need to be learned from the Wayanad tragedy? Was the Kerala government slow in reacting? As the Home Minister says, warnings were being given from the 23rd of July. The Kerala government says that the warning wasn't good enough, it was only an orange alert, therefore they didn't feel the need to act. Is that plausible? Is that acceptable? How do we ensure this doesn't happen again? To talk about this, I'm joined on the NewsTrack tonight by M.A. Baby, Politburo member of the CPIM. Sanju Verma represents the Bharatiya Janata Party as its national spokesperson. Eric Stephen is with us, has been National Secretary of the NSUI from the Congress in Kerala. And we've got Anand Kuchkudi, columnist and journalist, joining us. M.A. Baby, I want to come to you first. The Home Minister has said that the Kerala government was slow in reacting, that multiple warnings were being given from the 23rd of July. The early warning system of the Indian Met Department was telling your government that you needed to take action and that this wasn't done. You know, is the Kerala government in part responsible for this massive tragedy, for allowing all these illegal constructions to come up in a haphazard fashion, for not paying attention, and then for not reacting when you could have at least moved people out of harm's way, since the tragedy, according to the IMD and the MHA, was foretold?
First of all, let us all pay our heartfelt condolences. The death of many, the number is not yet been confirmed because the death toll is increasing. It is quite unfortunate, perhaps this would turn out to be the biggest natural disaster that had happened in the state of Kerala. This is not at all a time to apportion blame. This is my very firm opinion. Our entire energies should be harnessed in rescue operation, treatment of those who are injured, and also plan the rehabilitation. And the state government of Kerala is earnestly undertaking these responsibilities. Immediately, a team of ministers has been sent, other officers, experts, central government assistance was sought, and central teams are also there. I don't want to go into more details. Chief Minister himself visited the venue, held meetings. Now the latest information is a cabinet subcommittee is constituted so that state cabinet subcommittee would remain in the site of this tragedy, this calamity, and they would monitor, they would coordinate rescue operations. Now let me come to the very unfortunate, lopsided statement that the Home Minister made. It is unbecoming of the Home Minister of our country to accuse the state government that clear warning was given to the state government, but the state government failed to respond to it. First of all, I have some footage available with me made by a Malayalam television channel which is not sympathetic to the LDF government. Rather, this channel is on a drop of the hat try to criticize the state government. But that particular Malayalam channel, I don't want to name it, that channel's footage I have, they have stated that before this tragedy had happened, district administration and panchayats, Mepadi panchayats, they started the rehabilitation, suggestion to the people living there to move out to refugee camps, other settlements. There are many resorts working there. It is a tourist spot. And Panchayat gave direction that all these resorts should be closed down, stopped immediately. So the district administration's intervention is available in this footage of this Malayalam television channel. And Panchayat intimation that the stay in places, small resorts and things like that, that should stop operation. Now, what is the information?
When was this done according to you?
What is the kind of alert that the...
Which date, what time?
Now, I am asking the very pertinent question. What is the kind of alert that the central government has given? Does not the Home Minister of our country know that there is something known as red alert? Did the central government ever send a red alert to the state government of Kerala? Home Minister could not make any clear-cut explanation about that. Chief Minister of Kerala has stated that at no point of time a red alert has been sent by the central government. Even without a red alert having been not sent, district administration has taken steps.
Okay,
Panchayat
I want to
has
hold
taken
you
steps.
there for a while, and I want to go across to Sanju Verma. You know, a red alert was given, but this was at 1:10 p.m. on the 1st after the tragedy had already unfolded on the 31st. So several hours after the tragedy on the 31st, that's when the red alert came. Before that, from the 23rd onwards, orange alerts were given, and I read what an orange alert entails. See, red means warning, take action. Orange means alert, be prepared. An orange alert is issued when extremely bad weather is expected, which may cause a disruption to transport, rail, road and air. Disruption to the power supply is also expected. Red is take action when an extremely bad weather condition is expected to disrupt transport and power supply. It may also pose a risk to life. The Kerala government of the CPIM says that your IMD gave orange warnings, which is not the same thing as a red warning, which requires that action be taken. This is just to be prepared, which they were trying to be. Sanju Verma, that the Home Minister is indulging in a blame game in this hour of crisis. Respond to what you heard from MA Baby.
Thank you, Rahul. You know, I will speak the hard facts. Mr. Baby obviously is sitting here to defend the left government in Kerala, and he's compelled to do so. The hard facts are this. The latest tally, I'm told, more than 256 people are dead and more than 300 are fighting for their survival. my heart goes out to the kith and kin of those bereaved. But since this is a political debate, your audience needs to know the harsh truth. The harsh truth is this. In the last 15 years, it has either been the Congress or the left which has been in power in the state of Kerala. Currently, it is the left which is in power in the state of Kerala. The Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan is not a first-timer. He's somebody who's got tremendous amount of experience as a politician. So for him to hide behind this narrative of orange alert versus red alert, this is juvenile, this is hypocritical, and this is criminal negligence at its very worst. My third point, forget for the time being about what Union Home Minister Amit Shah said. I will come to that in just a bit. There is the Madhav Gadgil committee report, which was rejected by successive left and Congress governments. There is the Kasturi Rangan report, which has repeatedly warned about Wayanad being an ecologically sensitive zone, which was again repeatedly rejected by successive Congress and left governments. There is the Vijayan committee report, again rejected by the likes of Pinarayi Vijayan and successive Congress governments that ruled Kerala. Recently, there is the Hume Center for Ecology and Wildlife Biology, which also forewarned, in a sense, the Kerala government and the Pinarayi administration, but they chose to turn a deaf ear to what the Hume Center had to say. Most importantly, just barely a few weeks back, ISRO, one of India's most reputed scientific organizations, listed Wayanad as 13th in a list of 147 ecologically sensitive regions in India where a disaster is waiting to happen. And guess what? Pinarayi Vijayan's dispensation threw the ISRO report into the garbage bin. And my final point is this. If you listen to the full statement of Amit Shah, he's also made one very interesting point which has not caught the fancy of media and Politburo members of the CPM. He says, forget about an early warning sign. But in July 2022, the Union Ministry for Environment under the aegis of the Modi government issued a draft notification on ecologically sensitive zones along the Western Ghats that spread across Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Maharashtra and Gujarat. And guess what? The first state to throw into the garbage bin the draft notification of the Union Environment Ministry forewarning about an impending disaster in Wayanad was the state of Kerala. So I want to ask Mr. Baby.
You made that point, but respond to the charge that an orange alert with a prediction of 20 centimeters was given while it actually rained 57 centimeters. The red warning alert came after the landslide had already happened. They're saying you are blaming Kerala wrongly. The alert was not of the kind you are claiming it to have been.
I'm coming to that. Rahul, with no offense to you, let me make it very clear for the benefit of your audience, which is the biggest stakeholder in such sensitive debates. Today, don't ask Sanju Verma. Did the Modi government not issue a red alert? That is why 256 people are dead. Why did it only issue an orange alert? Today your question should be, forget about an orange alert or a red alert. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, do you understand the meaning of the term accountability? Do you understand the meaning of the term transparency? Do you understand the meaning of the term good governance? I want to ask you one thing, Rahul Kanwal. Who's the MP of Wayanad? Rahul Gandhi. Who's ruling Kerala? The CPM Pinarayi Vijayan. Who was the environment minister in 2011? Jairam Ramesh of the Congress, who rejected the then CIC Shailesh Gandhi's report saying that Wayanad is a disaster waiting to unfold. You will not ask questions to Jairam Ramesh, to Rahul Gandhi, to Priyanka Vadra, who's salivating at the opportunity of being the next Wayanad MP. You will not ask us questions of Pinarayi Vijayan. But यहाँ सवाल BJP को पूछे जा रहे हैं, whereas it is our minister, George Kurian, who was on the ground in the last 48 to 72 hours, whereas Rahul Gandhi ने कहा मुझसे ना हो पाएगा, Pinarayi Vijayan ने कहा मुझसे ना हो पाएगा. The BJP and the RSS workers are on the ground today.
Okay, let Eric Stephen respond to this, that the RSS is on the ground, BJP workers, leaders are on the ground, Pinarayi Vijayan went today, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi went today. The BJP is saying that, the Shehzada took too much time. He didn't find a way. He's the MP. Priyanka Gandhi is the aspiring MP from Wayanad. They should have mobilized and moved much sooner. They're claiming they did and you didn't.
First of all, I would like to pay homage to my dear Keralites who was lost their life and lost their everything. And I would like to thank this debate, who is conducting this debate, and India Today for showing the visuals. And I'm sure that people who has some heart, who has some tears in their eyes, will definitely pray for the souls who have lost their lives. And it is very hard to see that the spokesperson of BJP is talking in this note. I can't understand, are these people blind? And I would like to answer your question by telling that our...
You are both deaf and blind.
Okay, Sanju Verma, let him speak.
Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. And I would like to, and I am very thankful that you have already shown the footage of the MP, Kodikundal Suresh, has already told that he has went through road. Rahulji and KC Venugopal, all these leaders has to come in Kannur, and then after they have to go. And please kindly note that all the workers, Congress, I don't like to tell at this point of like Congress workers, BJP workers, or any other CPM workers. All people of Kerala, including people who has heard from North India, are also there in the ground, madam. Don't talk like that. This is completely rubbish.
I am not here to take certificates from you. Where was Rahul Gandhi in the last 72 hours? Jawab do. Where was Rahul Gandhi for the last 72 hours? George Kurian was there 72 hours back.
George Kurian was in Kerala, ma'am.
George Kurian was there. Why could Rahul Gandhi not reach the disaster site?
Okay, I want to step away from the politics because that will serve no purpose. And I want to ask C.K. Vishnu Das from the Hume Center for Ecology and Wildlife Biology about, what lessons should be learned. How do we ensure that what happened on the 30th of July does not get repeated? Anand Kuchukudi, it's very easy to get trapped in politics. He said, she said, they did, they didn't. You never really go anywhere. What are the most important lessons you think Kerala and India should learn to ensure that what happened on the 30th of July is not repeated?
Rahul, is that question to me?
It is, Anand.
Yeah, so I would say that, this is not the time for blame games, and, the Hindu Daily has done, the Hindu Daily has actually debunked Amit Shah's claim that the 23rd July and the 25th July warning by IMD served any purpose. As you rightly said, the orange alert does not, entail that you take action quickly. Of course, the state governments can be blamed, successful state governments can be blamed, and especially the Pinarayi Vijayan can be blamed for many other reasons. And even today, the state principal secretary, Tinku Biswal, issued a press release saying that no scientist should be going and visiting the disaster areas because that will, end up in stocking of theories. But I don't think the state government has any business to do that. The scientists should be doing their job, and of course, you can blame the state government for that, for jumping the gun. And of course, all the parties, not just Congress and BJP, Congress and CPM, even the BJP and the church did not want the Gadgil report committee to be implemented. Everybody, the Congress, the CPM, the state BJP, the church in Kerala, they were all united to against Madhav Gadgil's report when he predicted correctly that in the following years a lot of disasters, landslides are going to happen in Kerala, and he has been proved right time and time again. And this is likely to be the biggest ever tragedy, because in the 2018 floods and the 2004 tsunami,
M.A. Baby, has the Kerala government learnt any lessons? I know we're still grappling with the tragedy itself, trying to mobilize rescue operations. But what can you tell viewers watching at this time? What will the Kerala government do to try and ensure that what happened in Wayanad doesn't get repeated in this fashion?
You see, it's a very important question you have asked. Actually, we need to develop a consensus among various political parties, a discussion through mass media like this. In this context, I would like to bring to your notice what a prophetic observation a thinker made centuries ago. I quote just 2 sentences. Let us not, however, flatter ourselves over much on account of our human victories over nature. For each such victory, nature takes its revenge on us. Each victory, it is true, in the first place brings about the results we expected. But in the second and in the third places, it has quite different, unforeseen effects as that we are viewing in Wayanad, which only too often cancels the first.
So you aren't answering my question. You're telling me, sir, what you're saying doesn't answer my question. I'm asking you a straight question. What are the lessons you've learned? What will you try and do to ensure this doesn't happen again?
No. I am exactly answering your question. It is not only just the LDF government of Kerala which needs to learn lessons. We as a society should learn that when we play with nature, we have to be more careful and scientific. So until and unless we have a deeper discussion on the holistic issue of our approach on environmental issues, ecological issues, we should be able to evolve a sane and scientific development trajectory. That is,
no, but this just sounds wishy-washy, sir. You've been in power for 2 terms. This is happening on your watch. A lot of these are illegal, unauthorized constructions, townhomes, guest houses. The environmentalists have been warning against this. I was reading earlier this afternoon the Western Ghats Ecology Expert Panel report. A lot of what is suggested was blatantly violated on your watch in Wayanad and in other parts of Kerala. You are responsible for allowing this to happen under your nose.
No, if there is any illegal construction anywhere, the state government will definitely take firm steps to deal with that.
But that's not a good enough answer. Because Anand Kuchakudi, surely serious lessons need to be learned. To just say, well, it requires non-partisan political support, cutting across political lines, is just to set the bar so high that this will never happen. Sanju's party, the Congress, the LDF will never agree. And therefore, this will continue in this fashion. And the people who are in charge, the government of Pinarayi Vijayan, can't wash its hand away by saying that there is no political consensus. It's their government which is in power. They're responsible for action right now.
Rahul, Pinarayi Vijayan is known to pursue...
Rahul.
Anand.
Anand. Pinarayi Vijayan is known for pursuing development at any cost, unlike Comrade VS or we have M.A. Baby, who was a minister in the VS government. And unlike those days, Pinarayi Vijayan is backing the Silver Line project. He doesn't give a damn about the environment. He is trying to construct a tunnel through the Wayanad hills, which are ecologically sensitive. He wants a Silver Line, K-rail at any cost. So he's just giving, he wants to pursue development as if to compensate for the 50 years of anti-development stance of the left in Kerala, and he's doing that by being a bigger development pracharak than the BJP or the Congress. So
may I come in, Rahul?
Sanju Verma, politics aside, what are the lessons do you think as a society, as a people, as a country and the state of Kerala need to learn to ensure that we don't end up in this situation again?
Rahul, I will answer that question, but there have been some allegations at the BJP, so it is my duty to rebut those. Let me now nail the falsehoods regarding orange alert versus red alert. These are numbers that I've taken out from the archives of the Government of India. A red alert was issued to Kerala in 2018, but no heed was paid. 483 people died as a result of torrential rains and cyclone. 2020, again there was a cyclone and torrential rain in Kerala. Red alert was issued by the union government, but no heed was paid. 104 people dead. 2022, torrential rains in Kerala. Pinarayi Vijayan was caught napping. 79 people dead. 2023, Pinarayi Vijayan caught napping again. 57 people dead. And in 20 seconds, listen to this. Today in Kerala, there are more than 5,900 illegal stone quarries. 87% of them are in the Wayanad region. There are 237 illegal resorts. 75%, as in 178 resorts, illegally are built in Wayanad alone. There are more than 88,000 registered animal-man conflicts in Kerala. Pinarayi Vijayan was again caught napping. He's done nothing. And there are more than 48,000 illegal sand mining zones, of which again 84% are in the Wayanad region alone. And as for people who scream about Kerala mein bahut vikas ho raha hai, a few months back, when Pinarayi Vijayan knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court saying that the center should give us more funds, we are going bankrupt. The Supreme Court castigated Pinarayi Vijayan saying, you have made a mockery of governance. You cannot be begging in
you're
front of the
scoring your
central
political
government.
points. I was trying to lift the standard of this debate by asking you what are the lessons you think you should learn. You
Simple.
haven't bothered to answer that question.
Lesson. Rahul, there is one lesson, and I think the lesson is this. Being a politician myself, I will not hesitate in saying, politicians need to be held accountable for criminal negligence. And the first lesson that I can take away from this horrifying disaster is, if Pinarayi Vijayan has any iota of moral responsibility, let him step down as the Chief Minister, because he has completely failed the citizens of Kerala.
But by that same logic, each time there's a railway accident, the railway minister should step down. You don't apply that same logic to yourself.
Kerala. Today we are not discussing rail accidents.
But that's very convenient. You're discussing what you... Yes, but you're answering what you wish to answer.
Do not conflate the issues, Rahul.
Well, anyway, I think the point is made, and it's made quite clearly. I want to go across for a last word to MA Baby, because I didn't buy at all your argument that there needs to be this, cross-party consensus, because that's never going to happen. Whether it's Congress, BJP, left, Republicans, Democrats, Labour, Conservative, they will never agree. You're in government, you're in charge. This illegal stone quarrying that's happening, the illegal resorts that are happening, it's your responsibility to fix it, sir. You can't say there's no consensus, so we won't do anything.
First of all, I don't want to take my opportunity to reply to the tissue of lies my BJP learned friend has presented before us. You see, for any political action of a government on such a sensitive matter, we have to develop a consensus. We are a political society. This political consensus is important. Kerala LDF government is for progress and development, but protecting environment and ecology. We are very firm in that. But when practical questions come, we need to develop this consensus. Yesterday, I had opportunity to discuss with Rajdeep and Dr. Shashi Tharoor. This political consensus is a must in every political society. This is the submission. But so far as our party is concerned, we are firm for development and progress, but not at the cost of protecting environment and ecology.
No, but that's what you're saying. The problem with what's happened in the past 2 terms of the left government is that a lot of the illegal constructions, a lot of the illegal quarrying has been happening on your watch. So it's not what you say, it's what happens on your watch, which I think the people of Kerala and the people of India are seeing today. And I think if Wayanad and the families in Wayanad are paying the price, it is because you allowed for this to happen and did not stop it when you could. The problem is everybody wants to use the opportunity to score political ground. Will not allow is in the future. I'm saying this has already been happening in the past. And it's been happening on your watch.
Illegal,
Mr. Baby, can you please take an iota of
wherever
responsibility on this
illegal
debate?
construction is taking place, government will take firm action. I assure
Why
you.
have you not taken any action in the last 5 years?
We will demand from our government to take action.
Okay, so I'm out of time. I think the points have been made or not made, and I think they speak quite loudly. If we'd moved with greater speed and purpose, if the government was more vigilant, part of this tragedy, I mean, part of it is a natural calamity, but a part of this could have been avoided. The government simply didn't move with speed. Take a state like Orissa. They have set up mechanisms to ensure, after the Phylline cyclone in the early 2000s, that they move with speed. They're able to get people out, away from harm's way. And if a state like Orissa can do it, there's no reason a supposedly more developed state like Kerala, if it has a more active government, cannot do the same. This is a real tragedy, and the government hasn't covered itself in glory at all. I want to thank our guests. Our reporters will keep tracking the story. Fissures within the UP government seem to be growing wider, and this time it's the Nazul land bill that seems to have split the state government and the party. The land bill, which was passed in the UP Assembly, has now been sent to the standing committee after the state BJP President Bhupender Chaudhary and 2 more BJP leaders opposed this in the Legislative Council. This land bill entails that land that's been without claimants or a legal heir for decades becomes part of the state's property and cannot be converted to private ownership. However, sources tell India Today that Yogi Adityanath has also given the go-ahead for the bill to be sent to the standing panel. Joining me is Abhishek Mishra. He's our correspondent in Lucknow. Now, this is quite a piquant situation where the Chief Minister's government passes a bill. It is opposed by members of the BJP itself, and in the Legislative Council then has to be sent to a committee. It almost seems as if the left hand in Uttar Pradesh doesn't know what the right hand wants.
Well, certainly, and that is something which has escalated to a level where the standing committee has to now decide the bill which was passed at the assembly yesterday. Yes, indeed, there were certain objections. There were some recommendations by the BJP MLA Siddharth Nath Singh, another MLA Harsh Vajpayee opposing it, and the opposition leader including Raja Bhaiya, Aradhana Mishra. They were actually having objection, and they wanted it to send to a select committee. But yesterday, Finance Minister Suresh Khanna was able to get that consensus, and they got it passed. But today, a lot of complaints were there, which we were getting to know. A lot of MLAs spoke to Chief Minister. They wanted a review on that, and it has been said that as per the strategy, now it has been made stuck at the Legislative Council, and the state chief himself, Bhupender Chaudhary, who is an MLC, himself was standing there and asked for it. And although KP Maurya, presented it there, but again a question is coming why there is a lack of coordination. They already had a conscience on this particular bill. They know what was the feedback on the ground, but taking a last step, it looks like that it has been now has stuck at the Legislative Council, and now the select committee. It has gone to the select committee, but indeed there is 2 different parallel things within the Assembly and the Legislative Council, and certainly it has raised a lot of questions.
Let's see what Yogi Adityanath, the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, had to say. He seemed quite perturbed, saying this is not a job that I'm doing. There's much more larger public service that's at play. So not responding directly to what happened in the council, but seeming quite aggrieved by the manner in which events turned out. Here is the UP CM.
जो प्रदेश के व्यापारी और बेटी की सुरक्षा में सेल लगाने का काम करते हैं, जो प्रदेश के अंदर अराजकता पैदा करके सामान्य लोगों का जीना हराम करते हैं, मेरा दायित्व बनता मैं यहां नौकरी करने नहीं आया हूं, कतई नहीं। मैं यहां पे इस बात के लिए आया हूं कि अगर वो करेगा तो भोगतेगा भी फिर, और इसीलिए मैं यहां पे आया हूं कि हम लोग उससे लड़ेंगे। ये लड़ाई हमारी सामान्य लड़ाई नहीं है, ये प्रतिष्ठा की लड़ाई भी नहीं है। मुझे प्रतिष्ठा प्राप्त करनी होती है तो मुझसे से ज्यादा प्रतिष्ठा अपने मठ में मिल जाती है, कोई आवश्यकता नहीं मेरे लिए। लेकिन इस प्रकार के गुमराह भरे तथ्यों को लेकर क्या बातें हैं आप लोग बोलते हैं, इस प्रकार के अनावश्यक बातों की तरफ आप ध्यान आकर आप इस प्रकार की चर्चाएं करते हैं।
Well, Yogi Adityanath seeming quite perturbed, and this is in fact quite embarrassing that a bill gets passed in the assembly, the BJP's own leaders start opposing it, want it sent to a state panel in the Legislative Council. Well, all's clearly not well in Lucknow at this moment.